room is dark, and the night has grown long, and still sleep has not come. If that is where you are tonight, lying awake while the world sleeps around you, then you are welcome here, and you are not doing anything wrong. You can close your eyes now. You do not have to make sleep happen. It is a gift, and the God who never slumbers is already keeping watch over this hour. If you would like, leave a single candle lit in the comments, a quiet amen, so that someone else lying awake in the dark tonight knows you are praying with them. And now, let me pray gently over you. Father, here is your tired child, still awake in the small hours. Quiet the body and quiet the mind, and give the sleep that only you can give. Let your promises fall soft as lamplight until rest comes. Amen. So let us begin with the words of the 121st Psalm. Hear it now, unhurried, the way a watchman speaks to someone he means to guard all night. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Stay a moment with that, friend, because it may be the most comforting thing you will hear all night. There is someone awake. On this long night, when your own eyes will not close, there is one whose eyes never do. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. You are not the only one awake in the dark, but the difference is everything. For you are awake because you are weary, and he is awake because he is keeping you. The whole world you love could fall asleep and leave the watch untended, and it would not matter, for the watch was never truly theirs to keep. It is his. It always was. And notice, the psalm does not say he will not slumber only when we are good, or only when the day went well, or only when we manage to pray as we ought before we lay down. It says simply that he does not slumber. It is not a mood in him. It is not a favor he grants on his best nights. It is who he is. The one who made heaven and earth is not going to nod off over so small a thing as one tired soul in one dark room. Hear the psalm go on gently. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, and even forevermore. He shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. That means the whole of you, the whole of your life, the leaving in the morning and the returning at night, the waking and the lying down, all of it kept, all of it covered, all of it watched over by one who does not grow tired and does not look away. Lift your eyes for a moment, the way the psalm begins, up from the pillow, up past the ceiling, up to the hills where the help comes from. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. The one who framed the mountains and hung the stars in their places is the same one who is keeping you tonight. and he does not tire of the task. If he could make heaven and earth and never grow weary, he will not grow weary keeping one small soul through one long night. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. Even in sleep, when you cannot watch your own steps, he steadies them. He holds the ground firm beneath you while you rest, so that you may let go of the watching you were never strong enough to keep in the first place. And think of it again, friend, that word repeated twice, as if God knew we would need to hear it more than once before we could believe it. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. He says it of the one soul, thee, and then he says it again of the whole people, Israel, so that no one lying awake tonight would count themselves the exception, the one heart too small or too troublesome to be kept. Whether you feel tonight like a whole weary nation, or like a single forgotten name in the dark, the promise is the same over you. He will not slumber. He will neither slumber nor sleep. The keeping of you is not a duty he performs only when he can spare the attention. It is his settled and unbroken work, and he has never once laid it down, not for an hour, not for a moment, not in all the nights of all the world. And notice how completely he keeps. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. A shade is a gentle thing, friend, not a wall and not a weapon, but a soft covering that gentles what would otherwise fall too harshly upon you. He stands close at your right hand, the nearest place, the place where a companion walks, and he shades you from all that has been too much. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. By day nor by night, he says, naming them both, so that there is no hour left uncovered. The bright hours and the dark hours are alike to him, and he keeps you through every one. There is no watch of the night that falls outside his care, no lonely hour between midnight and morning that he has left unattended. He is there in the 2 o'clock hour, and the 3 o'clock hour, and the last hour before the light, the same steady keeper, the same unsleeping love, never nearer and never farther, always here, and hear the whole reach of what he guards. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul from all evil, and then, most tenderly, thy soul, the deep and inmost you, the part of you that lies awake, the part that carries what no one else can see. He preserves that part too, and perhaps that part most of all. So there is nothing of you left unguarded tonight. Not the body resting on the bed, not the going out into tomorrow, not the coming in again at its end, not the quiet soul in the dark. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, and even forevermore. From this time forth, beginning now, this very hour, and reaching on past this night, and every night after it, even forevermore. The keeping does not run out at dawn. It goes on as long as you do, and longer still. And if the wonder of it is hard to hold, that the Maker of all things would trouble himself to keep one soul awake through the long hours of one night. Hear how the prophet Isaiah answers exactly that doubt. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting God, the Lord, the Creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? He fainteth not, neither is weary. The strength it takes to keep you is no strain to him at all, friend. He does not spend himself watching over you and wake tomorrow depleted the way you would. He is the everlasting God, and his strength does not run down as ours does by the end of a hard day. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. You may have come to this bed tonight with no might left in you, faint and worn thin, emptied by the day, and that is exactly the one to whom he gives power, exactly the one whose strength he quietly increases while she sleeps. You do not renew your own strength by lying awake and trying harder to be strong. You renew it by resting in the everlasting God who never tires, and letting him do in the stillness of the night what you could never do by any effort of your own, so that in his own good time you shall run and not be weary, and shall walk and not faint. But that is for the morning. Tonight there is only rest, and the unwearied God keeping it for you. So hear the promise laid down once more over your quiet room, and let it be among the last thoughts you hold before sleep takes you. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Say it slowly in your own heart, friend, as many times as it takes for the truth of it to settle all the way down through you, past the tiredness, past the worry, down to the place where rest begins. There is someone awake in the dark tonight. The keeping is entirely his, and you, weary as you are kept, so you may set your own watch down now, entirely. You have kept it faithfully, perhaps for more years than anyone knows, staying awake in your heart over the people you love, over the things you cannot fix by worrying and have worried over all the same. But you were never meant to be the one who never sleeps. That post belongs to God, and he has never once left it. Lay your head back. The hills are watched. The house is watched. You are watched. And the one who watches over you will not so much as blink until morning. Rest here a while inside that promise, and when you are ready, we will hear what the same God has said about the gift of sleep itself. There is a line in the Psalms so gentle that many people have leaned their whole tired lives upon it, and it is time we came to it now. It tells us plainly that sleep is not something you must earn by striving. It is something God gives. The way a father lays a blanket over a child who has finally stopped fighting the night. Hear it from the 127th Psalm. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh, but in vain. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows. For so he giveth his beloved sleep, so he giveth his beloved sleep. Rest on those words a moment, friend, and let them do their slow work. All that anxious rising early and sitting up late, all that eating of the bread of sorrows, all that weary trying to hold the house up with your own two hands, the psalm calls it vain. Not wicked, not shameful, only vain, only unnecessary, because the house was being kept by another the whole time. And then, right at the end of that list of tired human striving, comes the tenderest turn in all the scriptures. For so he giveth his beloved sleep. He gives it. You do not manufacture it. You do not deserve your way into it. You receive it out of his hand, the way you receive every good thing. And notice the name he calls you there, his beloved. Not his servant, not his worker, not the one who must produce before the night will let go. His beloved. Sleep is not the wage he pays for a productive day. It is the gift he gives to the ones he loves. And tonight, friend, that is you. The very fact that you long for rest is not a failure. It is the homesickness of a beloved child for a good gift the Father is glad to give. David knew this rest from the inside, on nights when he had every earthly reason to lie awake. In the 3rd Psalm, he wrote it down in a single line, worn smooth by centuries of weary people repeating it in the dark. I laid me down and slept. I awaked, but the Lord sustained me. I laid me down and slept. He does not say he lay awake and worried, though his troubles that night were real and pressing. He says he lay down and he slept, and then only afterward he awoke, because the Lord had sustained him the whole while he was not even conscious to know it. That is the great secret of the believer's sleep, friend. You are held most surely in the very hours you are least aware of it. All night, while you know nothing at all, he is sustaining you. Stay a little longer with that word, sustained, for it is a quieter miracle than we often see. I laid me down and slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. All through the hours he was not even awake to feel, David was being held. His heart went on beating. His breath went on rising and falling. The whole fragile machinery of his life went on being carried by another while he lay unconscious in the dark. And so it will be for you tonight, friend. The very moment you finally let go and sink into sleep is not the moment you slip out of God's hands. It is the moment you sink most deeply into them. You do not have to stay awake to keep yourself alive. You do not have to hold the night together by refusing to close your eyes. He sustains you. He sustained David through a night of real danger, and he has sustained you through every night you have ever slept, every one, without your once being aware of it, and he will sustain you through this one too. There is a small and beautiful line hidden away in the book of Job that tells us God is not distant, even in the deepest sleep. It speaks of a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumberings upon the bed, when deep sleep falleth upon men. Notice the gentle way it is said, that sleep falls upon us, the way dew falls, or the way evening falls, quietly and from above. Not something we seize, but something that settles over us as a gift from a hand we cannot see. You do not have to reach up and pull sleep down tonight, friend. You have only to lie still beneath the promises of God and let sleep fall upon you in its own good time, the way the dark itself came down over the hills this evening without any help from you at all. And there is one more of David's lines for this movement, perhaps the sweetest sleeping verse in the whole Bible, and you may make it your own tonight, breathing it slowly as your eyes grow heavy. I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, for thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. I will both lay me down in peace and sleep. Both, he says, not lie down in peace and then keep an anxious watch through the night. Lie down in peace and sleep, the two of them, together. The peace and the sleeping come as one, because the safety they rest upon is not his own doing at all. Thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. Only thou, not the locked door, not the finished list, not the solved problem, not one single thing you could arrange for yourself if you lay awake till dawn arranging it. Only the Lord makes you dwell in safety, and he has already made it so, long before you lay down tonight. And there is a picture in the Psalms of what such a resting heart looks like, and it is the picture of a small child grown quiet in its mother's arms. Surely I have behaved and quieted myself as a child that is weaned of his mother. My soul is even as a weaned child. My soul is even as a weaned child. A weaned child no longer frets at its mother for what it wants. It has learned that it is safe, that it is loved, that it will be cared for, and so it simply rests against her, wanting nothing, asking nothing, content to be held. That is the rest God is drawing you toward tonight, friend. Not a rest you must fight your way into, but the quiet of a child who has stopped striving because it has learned that it is safe. You may quiet yourself now the way the psalmist did, and let your soul grow still as a weaned child against the heart of God, wanting nothing more than to be held, and held you are. And if sleep is slow to come even now, friend, that is no failure and no shame, and it is nothing the Lord holds against you. The night is long, and he is not counting your wakeful minutes, and he is not disappointed in the body that has not yet let go. He is near in the waiting, as near in the second hour of the night as in the first, as present at the darkest turn of it as at its beginning. You may simply rest in the waiting itself, letting the promises move over you like slow water over smooth stones, unhurried, asking nothing of you at all. Sleep will come as a gift, in its own good time, the way it always has, and until it does, you are held and watched and loved, and that is enough for this hour, more than enough. So do not strain after sleep, friend. Do not chase it into the dark, for it runs from the one who chases it and comes gently to the one who lies still and trusts. Lie still then. Let the words keep quiet company with you. Let your body grow heavy against the bed, and let go a little more, and then a little more, into the keeping of the God who gives his beloved sleep. So take that name again, the one he gave you, and carry it down into sleep. His beloved. He giveth his beloved sleep, not his most productive servant, not the one who never faltered through the day. His beloved, which tonight is you, lying here in the dark, wanted and loved, and about to be given the gift of rest by the hand that made you, so you may lay you down in peace and sleep. There is nothing left for you to guard, and no watch left for you to keep. Rest here, and soon we will hear how his word invites you to lie down without any fear at all. Sometimes what keeps us awake is not a single worry we could name, but a low and nameless fear, the sense that we must stay a little alert, that it is not quite safe to let go all the way down into sleep. The scriptures speak directly to that fear, again and again, and always the same word comes: lie down and do not be afraid. Hear the promise from the 3rd chapter of Proverbs, written to steady the heart at the hour of lying down. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yea, thou shalt lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. It is spoken to the very moment you are in right now, friend, the moment of lying down. And it does not merely promise the absence of fear, it promises something warmer than that. Thy sleep shall be sweet. Sweet, the way rest is sweet to a laboring body, the way water is sweet to the thirsty. Your sleep is meant to be a sweet thing, not a battle, not a bargain, not a thing snatched between worries. Sweet. That is God's own word for the sleep he intends for you. And this is no new promise, nor a small one, for it runs back through the whole of Scripture. Long before the Proverbs, God spoke it to his people in the book of Leviticus and gave it as one of the marks of a life lived under his care. And I will give peace in the land, and ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. Ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. That is the peace of God settling over a whole land at nightfall, over every house and every bed, so that the ones inside may lie down and sleep with no dread in them at all. And that peace is not spent, it reaches your room tonight. You may lie down, and none shall make you afraid. The old book of Job holds the same tender promise for the one who has known hard nights. And thou shalt be secure, because there is hope. Yea, thou shalt dig about thee, and thou shalt take thy rest in safety. Also thou shalt lie down, and none shall make thee afraid. Thou shalt take thy rest in safety. Notice that the rest and the safety are joined, the one resting upon the other. You do not have to generate your own security by lying awake and watching. The safety is given, and so the rest is given, and you may simply lie down inside it, like a child in a house where the doors are kept by someone stronger and kinder than yourself. And the promise in the Proverbs does not stop with sweetness. It goes on to name the very fears that rise in the dark and to fold them gently away. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. For the Lord shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken. Be not afraid of sudden fear. There's a kind of fear that comes upon us suddenly in the night, friend, out of nothing. A jolt of dread with no cause you could point to. The sort of fear that visits a quiet house at the darkest hour. And to that fear, God speaks his steadying word. For the Lord shall be thy confidence. Your confidence tonight does not have to be found in yourself, in your own courage or your own strength, both of which run thin at 3 a.m. Your confidence is the Lord himself, standing between you and every sudden fear, keeping your foot from being taken, holding you so that nothing in the dark can pull you down. When the fear comes, you do not have to fight it alone or reason it away. You have only to remember whose you are, and that he is your confidence, and let him be strong where you are tired. Let the promise settle deeper still, for it is spoken not once, but woven all through the scriptures, as if God wished to lay it down like paving stones under every weary bed. Ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. Thou shalt lie down, and none shall make thee afraid. Thou shalt take thy rest in safety. Hear how the same tender assurance returns again and again in the law and in the songs and in the oldest books, always the same shape. Lie down, rest, and do not be afraid. It is not one stray comfort tucked into a corner of the Bible. It is the settled will of God for his people at nightfall, spoken to Israel in the wilderness, spoken to Job in his grief, spoken to the sun in the Proverbs, and spoken now to you tonight in your own room. You are meant to lie down. You are meant to rest in safety. And you are meant to do it without fear, because the God who said so is awake and keeping the whole of it for you. There is even a moment in the Psalms where a man is so consumed with longing to make a resting place for God that he will not give sleep to his own eyes until it is done. In the 132nd Psalm, he says, Surely I will not come into the tabernacle of my house, nor go up into my bed. I will not give sleep to mine eyes, or slumber to mine eyelids, until I find out a place for the Lord, an habitation for the mighty God of Jacob. It is a beautiful and holy restlessness, the sleeplessness of one who wants above all to make room for God. And here is the gentle turn for you tonight, friend. That resting place has been found. God has made his habitation among his people, and he has made his dwelling in the trusting heart. So the vow is kept, the search is over, and you may give sleep to your eyes now, and slumber to your eyelids, for the mighty God of Jacob already dwells with you. And when the body lies down inside a promise like this, even the heart is able to rest in hope, as David found. Therefore, my heart is glad, and my glory rejoiceth. My flesh also shall rest in hope. My flesh also shall rest in hope, not in dread, not in bracing for what the dark might bring, in hope. Your very body, the tired frame of you resting against the bed, is invited to rest in hope tonight, because the God who keeps you is good, and the night ahead is held in his hand, and there is nothing coming for you you in the dark that has not first passed through the love of the one who never sleeps. So let even your flesh rest in hope, friend. Let the shoulders come down. Let the jaw soften. Let the hands lie open. Your heart may be glad, for it is safe, and your body may rest, for it is kept, and the hope it rests upon will not disappoint you. Not tonight, not ever. The prophet Isaiah gives this rest one of its loveliest promises, a picture of the righteous entering quietly into peace at the close of the day. He shall enter into peace. They shall rest in their beds, each one walking in his uprightness. He shall enter into peace. Notice the word enter, friend, as though peace were a room you step into, a door you pass through at the end of the day and shut gently behind you. They shall rest in their beds. Your bed tonight is meant to be a place of rest, not a place of watching, not a place of dread, but a place where you enter into peace and lie down inside it. And you may enter that peace, not because you have done everything right today, but because you belong to the one who is himself your righteousness, and he opens the door of peace to his own and bids them come in and rest. So enter now. Step through the door of this promise and let it close softly behind you and rest in your bed in peace. For the sleep God gives is not a fragile thing, snatched between fears. It is a sweet and settled rest, the kind a child sleeps in a safe house while the storm passes harmlessly outside. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yea, thou shalt lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet, sweet and deep and whole. That is what is prepared for you tonight. Not a wakeful, watchful half-rest, but the real sleep of a beloved child in a kept house. So loosen your hold on the night. It is being held by one far stronger than you. Your only task is to lie down and let the sweetness come. There is no fear left to keep watch over. The fear that visits the dark has no claim on the child of God, for the promise is older and stronger than the fear, and it has been kept 1,000,000 nights before this one. Lie down, your sleep shall be sweet, and when you are ready, we will lay the whole weight of this day down where it belongs. Perhaps part of why sleep will not come is that your hands are still full. You lay the body down, but the heart is still carrying the day, still holding tomorrow, still gripping the things you could not finish. So let us hear the gentlest invitation ever spoken, and let it lift the weight from you, one care at a time. These are the words that Jesus himself spoke to the tired, kept for you in the 11th chapter of Matthew. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden. Hear who is invited, friend, not the finished, not the ones who manage to lay every burden down before bed, the laboring and the heavy laden, the very ones still carrying too much at this late hour, the ones too tired even to pray well. That is the invitation. spoken by name to you. And what is promised is not a lecture and not a task. I will give you rest. Rest unto your souls, he says, the deep rest that reaches beneath the tiredness of the body, down to the part of you that has been holding on for so long it has forgotten how to let go. And how do we come? Not by striving harder, but by setting the burden down. And the Psalms show us exactly how. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, not carry it more carefully, not organize it into a neater pile beside the bed. Cast it the way you would toss a heavy pack off your shoulders at the end of a long road, glad to be rid of the weight. And what happens when you do? He shall sustain thee. The same word David used when he said the Lord sustained him through the night. You cast the burden onto him, and he holds up not only the burden but you, and he will never suffer the righteous to be moved. The Apostle Peter gathered this same comfort into a single tender line, and it may be the sweetest reason of all to sleep. Humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. Casting all your care upon him, all of it, friend. Not the presentable cares only, not the ones you have made peace with, but all of it, the whole tangled weight of things you can name and things you cannot. Cast it all upon him. And here is the reason given, the reason that undoes the sleepless watching of 100 nights. For he careth for you. That is why you may stop carrying it, not because it does not matter, but because it matters to someone stronger than you, someone who is awake and caring for you at this very moment, and who has asked you kindly to let him carry what was always too heavy for you anyway. Stay a moment with that reason, friend, for it is the ground the whole night rests upon. For he careth for you, not he keeps a distant eye on you, not he will attend to you once the greater matters are seen to. He careth for you personally, particularly, the way a father cares for the one child, awake in the next room, listening for the smallest sound, the very thing that has kept you awake, the thing you have turned over so many times in the dark that it has worn a groove in your mind. That very thing he already knows and already carries and already cares about more than you do. You are not carrying it alone in a house where no one is listening. You are carrying it in the presence of one who cares and who has bent down close and asked you gently to hand it over. And the Psalms show us how simple the handing over may be. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Commit thy way unto the Lord. To commit is only to entrust, to place a thing into keeping stronger than your own, the way you might place something precious into the hands of the one person you trust above all others, and then walk away without a backward glance, knowing it is safe. Commit thy way, the whole road ahead of you, the part you can see and the long part you cannot, into the hands of the Lord, and trust also in him, and then rest, for he shall bring it to pass. Not you, he. The bringing to pass is his work, not yours, and it does not require your worrying to help it along. Tomorrow will come, and its way will be brought to pass by the same faithful hand that has brought every yesterday to pass, and you may sleep straight through the night that lies between, and wake to find it so. And there is a quieter comfort still, spoken over the ordinary weight of the days. Blessed be the Lord, who daily loadeth us with benefits, even the God of our salvation. Selah, who daily loadeth us with benefits. There is a loading that wears us down, the loading of cares and burdens and unfinished things, and it is real, and you have felt it. But hear what the psalm says. God loads upon us, daily, without fail, benefits, kindnesses, mercies. Every single day, whether we noticed or not, he's been quietly loading our lives with good, so that under all the weight we felt, there was another and greater weight we mostly missed, the steady daily weight of his goodness. So even the day now ending, hard as parts of it may have been, was loaded with his benefits, and tomorrow will be too. And the God who does the loading is the God of your salvation, and he does not tire of doing you good. Let that settle the account of the day, friend, and let it go. It was carried in benefit as well as in burden, and the burden may be cast now, and the benefit remembered, and both left in his hands for the night. So loosen your grip now, gently, finger by finger. You do not have to solve tomorrow tonight. You do not have to hold the whole house up in your heart while your body tries to rest. Under the mighty hand of God, you may humble yourself, which here simply means to stop pretending you are the one keeping everything together, and to let him. He careth for you, and if it is tomorrow that weighs on you, the thing you must face when the light comes, hear the gentle word of Jesus about tomorrow, and let it loosen its grip on you tonight. Take therefore no thought for the morrow, for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Take no thought for the morrow. He does not mean be careless, friend. He means do not carry tomorrow into tonight. Do not spend the strength meant for rest on a day that has not yet come and cannot be lived until it does. The morrow shall take thought for the things of itself, which is only to say that when tomorrow comes, it will come with its own portion of grace, mercy made new for it, strength given for it in its own hour. You do not have to face tomorrow tonight. You cannot, in fact, and you were never asked to. Tonight has only one thing in it for you, and that is rest. Let tomorrow keep its own troubles until the light. There will be grace enough for them then. Let your hands lie open on the blanket, holding nothing, because for the next few hours, nothing is yours to hold. The burden is cast. It landed on shoulders that do not tire, and the God to whom you gave it will not set it down, and will not lose it, and will not grow weary carrying it through the night while you sleep. Rest here in that lightness, and soon we will hear his promise of a peace that guards the mind itself. When the body is finally still, but the mind will not settle, there is a particular promise made just for you, a promise of a peace so complete that Scripture can only call it perfect. And the secret of it is not in trying harder to stop thinking, but in where the mind is allowed to rest. Hear it from the prophet Isaiah in his 26th chapter. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. Trust ye in the Lord forever. For in the Lord Jehovah is everlasting strength. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. Notice the promise is not that God keeps in perfect peace the one who has managed to empty his mind of every thought. It is the one whose mind is stayed on him. Stayed, the way a boat is stayed against the current when it is tied to something that does not move. You do not have to force your mind blank tonight, friend. You have only to let it lean again and again, however many times it wanders, back onto him, the one fixed and unmoving thing in all the night. Each time the thoughts drift toward tomorrow, you simply stay the mind again upon the Lord, in whom is everlasting strength. And the peace he gives is not a partial peace or a fragile peace. It is perfect peace, kept by him and not by you. The Apostle Paul gave this same peace, a promise you can hold like a warm stone in the dark. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Be careful for nothing. Be full of care for nothing, is his meaning. Not because your cares are small, but because there is someone to hand them to. In everything, in this thing, in the thing keeping you awake right now, let your request be made known to God, simply and plainly, and then leave it with him. And what comes in the place of the care is not a solution you must understand. It is the peace of God, which passeth all understanding. You will not always be able to explain why you are at peace. It will pass your understanding. It will simply keep your heart and mind the way a garrison keeps a city through the night, standing guard over the very thoughts that will not quiet themselves. And here lasts in this movement the words of Jesus, spoken to his own on the night before his sorrow, and left as a gift for every troubled and sleepless heart since. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. My peace I give unto you. It is his own peace he gives, not a lesser kind kept back for the ordinary, but the very peace that was in him, the peace of one who could sleep in a boat through a storm, because he knew whose hands held the sea. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. The world's peace depends on everything going well, and so it fails the moment the night grows long. His peace depends on him, and so it holds. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. He is not scolding the trouble. He is speaking peace over it, the way a father speaks low and steady to a frightened child until the trembling stops. And notice, friend, that His peace is offered always, not only on the good nights, but on this one, not only when the mind is easy, but especially when it is not. The apostle prayed it plainly for the ones he loved. Now the Lord of peace Himself give you peace always by all means. The Lord be with you all. The Lord of peace Himself. Peace is not merely something He hands out from a distance. He is the Lord of peace. Peace is His own and His to give. And where He is, peace is. For He brings it with Him wherever He comes, and He gives it always by all means, which is to say by every road and in every hour, leaving no night too dark and no heart too restless to receive it. So, the prayer for you tonight is not that you would somehow manufacture calm out of a tired and racing mind. It is that the Lord of peace Himself would come and be with you and bring His peace in His own hands and give it to you always by all means, until your mind grows quiet under it, like a lake grows still when the wind lies down. This is the great mercy of the promise, that the peace does not begin with your effort and end with your failure. It begins with Him. You do not have to think your way into stillness. You have only to let your mind stay itself, again and gently again, upon the one who is Himself your peace, and let His peace do the keeping. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. He keeps, you stay. That is the whole of it, and it is light enough to fall asleep holding. And this peace is not a thing you must hold at arm's length by strain and vigilance. It is meant to settle down inside you and reign there, quietly, as its own quiet governor. Let the peace of God rule in your hearts. Let it rule, friend. Give it the throne of the heart tonight, the place where worry has sat too long, and let the peace of God take that seat and keep it. You do not enthrone peace by fighting harder against the noise. You enthrone it by turning again and gently again to the God of peace and letting Him have the room. He Himself has promised to ordain it for you. Thou wilt ordain peace for us. He ordains it. He appoints it, decrees it, sets it in place over you like a lamp set on a stand. And there is nothing your tired striving could add to a peace that God Himself has ordained. So you may stop striving for it. It is already given. It is already ordained. It is already ruling, if you will only let it. Hear the Lord Jesus once more, for He spoke these things for exactly this hour. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace, that in me ye might have peace. His words were given for one reason above all, friend, that in Him you might have peace, not somewhere off in the distance, not once every trouble is finally solved, but in Him, right now, tonight, in the very middle of all that is still unfinished. Be of good cheer, He says, not because the world is easy, but because He has overcome it. And the one who has overcome the world is the one who is keeping you tonight. So the peace He gives does not wait for your circumstances to lie down quietly. It rests on Him who has already overcome and it is yours in Him this very moment. And the God of all hope means to fill you with this peace to overflowing. Now the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing. All joy and peace, not a careful measured portion of it, but a filling, until the heart that came to bed empty and anxious is brimmed full of quiet. You do not manufacture that filling. It is His to pour and yours to receive, in believing, which is only to say in trusting Him, in leaning your whole weight upon Him and letting go. So let Him fill you now, in the stillness, with all joy and peace, until your mind is stayed on Him and grows quiet under His hand. For His peace is a keeping peace, a guarding peace, and it stands watch over the very part of you that will not rest. And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds. It shall keep them. While you sleep, it keeps them. When the thoughts would rise again in the dark, it keeps them. You do not have to stand guard over your own mind tonight. His peace has taken the watch, and it does not tire, and it does not sleep, and it will keep your heart and mind through the whole of the night. Let His peace be spoken over you now, and let your mind stay itself on Him, and soon we will rest beneath the shelter of His wings for the night. There is an old and tender picture in the Psalms for the safety of the night, gentler than a fortress and warmer than a locked door. It is the picture of a small bird tucked beneath a great and covering wing, hidden, warm, and utterly at rest while the darkness passes over. Hear the beginning of the 91st Psalm, and let it draw close around you. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. This is the picture, friend. Not a distant God guarding you from far away, but a near and covering God, drawing you in under the warm shadow of His own wing, the way a mother bird gathers her small ones against her when the night comes down. Under His wings shalt thou trust. It is the safest and softest place in all the world, and it is offered to you tonight, in your own bed, in the secret place where no eye but His can see you. And because you are covered there, hear what the Psalm says of the very fear that keeps so many awake. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night. God knows that the night has its own particular fears, the ones that come only in the dark, that seem so large at 2 in the morning and so small by daylight. And to those very fears He speaks His covering word. You need not be afraid of them, not because they are not real, but because you are hidden under a wing they cannot reach. The darkness that walks abroad has no power to walk beneath the shadow of the Almighty. There it is only warm and only quiet and only safe. The Psalms return to this shelter again and again because it is a rest the heart never outgrows. In the 17th Psalm, David prays it as simply as a child asking to be tucked in. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Guard me, he asks, the way a man instinctively guards his own eye, the most precious and tender thing he owns. And hide me under the shadow of thy wings, out of sight of every fear, warm in the dark, kept. That is not too small a thing to pray tonight, friend. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. It is a whole prayer, and one of the sweetest, and it has never once been refused. This picture of the sheltering wing runs all through the scriptures, offered to one weary heart after another across the long centuries. Long ago, a woman named Ruth, a stranger far from home, was blessed with these words, that she had come to take refuge under the wings of the God of Israel, under whose wings thou art come to trust. Under whose wings thou art come to trust. She was a stranger and an outsider, with no claim of her own, and yet she found that the wings were open to her too, and that she had only to come and trust and be covered. And so it is for you tonight, friend, whoever you are, and however far from home your heart may feel. You have come under his wings. There is room, there's always room, and there is a promise spoken over the beloved of the Lord that reads like a description of sleep itself. The beloved of the Lord shall dwell in safety by him, and the Lord shall cover him all the day long, and he shall dwell between his shoulders. The beloved of the Lord shall dwell in safety by him. There is that word again, beloved, the same word from the Psalm of Sleep. For you are his beloved, and the beloved dwell in safety by him, close, near, at his very side. And the Lord shall cover him all the day long and all the night through. The covering never lifts. He shall dwell between his shoulders, carried the way a shepherd carries a tired lamb across his shoulders, the safest and highest place, up out of every danger, held against the strength of the one who bears him. That is where you may rest tonight, friend. Not merely near God, but carried by him, dwelling between his shoulders, covered all the day long, kept in the safety of the beloved. And why is this shelter offered at all? The 36th Psalm tells us, and it is the tenderest reason of all. How excellent is thy loving kindness, O God! Therefore the children of men put their trust under the shadow of thy wings, because of his loving kindness. That is the only reason, and it is a reason enough. He does not cover you because you have earned it, or because you have kept the whole night's watch faithfully. He covers you because he loves you, because his loving kindness is so excellent that the children of men have run to hide beneath his wings in every generation, and found the darkness gentle there. And this covering is a hiding place, a place you may go into and be kept from all that troubles. David knew it and named it so. Thou art my hiding place, Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou art my hiding place. Not merely a shelter you visit, but a hiding place, somewhere you may go all the way in and pull the warmth of it around you, out of reach of every trouble that has followed you through the day. You have a hiding place tonight, friend, and it is not a room or a locked door or a quiet hour. It is God Himself. Thou art my hiding place. You may go into Him now, the way a child slips into the safest place it knows, and let Him preserve you from trouble, and let the door of Him close softly behind you against the whole troubling world, until there is nothing left but the warmth and the dark and the keeping. David made this his settled resolve, to live his whole life under that covering and never once leave it. I will abide in thy tabernacle forever. I will trust in the covert of thy wings. Selah, I will trust in the covert of thy wings. The covert, friend, is the hidden, sheltered place, the warm hollow where a small bird tucks itself away and sleeps through the wildest night and never even sees the storm. That is where you may abide tonight, not visiting the shelter and stepping back out into the cold, but abiding there, staying, making your rest in the covert of His wings, and not leaving it till morning, and then not leaving it even then. For the covering does not lift with the dawn. He shall cover thee all the day long. Night and day alike, you dwell in the covert of His wings, and there is no hour when the shelter is drawn back. So gather yourself in under that wing now, the way the small bird settles at last, and be still. The night may do what it will beyond the shelter. You are not out in it. You are in the covert, in the warm and hidden place, kept by the one whose wings have sheltered His people through every darkness since the world began. Nothing can reach you here but His love. Abide in it, trust in it, and sleep. So run there now in your heart and stay. You are the apple of His eye. You are hidden under His wing. The terror by night cannot find you here. Rest, and soon we will remember together that His mercies are new every single morning. Sometimes the hardest part of a sleepless night is the fear of the morning, the dread of facing a new day tired. So let us set that fear to rest too, with one of the most quietly hopeful promises in all of Scripture, a promise that the morning, when it comes, will come full of mercy made new. Hear the words from the book of Lamentations, written by a man who had seen the hardest of nights and still found this to say: "It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because His compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, saith my soul. Therefore will I hope in Him. They are new every morning." Whatever this day has spent in you, friend, whatever the night has taken, the morning is not coming empty. It is coming with mercy in its hands, mercy made fresh, mercy that was not used up yesterday and will not be rationed tomorrow. Great is thy faithfulness. The same God who kept you through the daylight will meet you again at the first light, with compassions that have not failed and never will, so you may release your grip on the morning as well. It is already provided for. Its mercies are already made. And hear how the psalmist speaks of the way sorrow and gladness are laid out across the night and the dawn. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. For his anger endureth but a moment, in his favor is life. Weeping may endure for a night. Perhaps there have been tears in this night, friend, or an ache that has no easy words. Scripture does not pretend the night is always light. It says weeping may endure for a night. But it does not stop there, and neither must you. But joy cometh in the morning. The night is not the end of the story. It is only the night, and it is passing even now, even as you lie here, quietly passing toward a morning where joy is already waiting to come in. His anger endureth but a moment, in his favor is life. You are held in his favor tonight, and his favor is where life is, and it lasts far longer than any hard night ever could. And so, the heart learns to lay itself down toward the morning in trust, as the psalmist does in the 143rd Psalm. Cause me to hear thy loving kindness in the morning, for in thee do I trust. Cause me to know the way wherein I should walk, for I lift up my soul unto thee. Cause me to hear thy loving kindness in the morning. It is a beautiful thing to ask as the eyes grow heavy, to fall asleep already reaching toward the mercy of the dawn, trusting that the first thing the morning will bring is the sound of his loving kindness again. For in thee do I trust. You do not have to know the way through tomorrow tonight. You have only to lift up your soul to him gently and let him keep it until the morning, when he will show you the way one step at a time, as he always has. And there is a prayer in the 90th Psalm that asks for exactly the morning your heart is longing for. O satisfy us early with thy mercy, that we may rejoice and be glad all our days. O satisfy us early with thy mercy, early at the very first of the day, before the cares of it can crowd in, before the tiredness of a short night can speak its discouragement. Satisfy us with thy mercy. It is a lovely thing to ask, friend, to be met at daybreak, not by the weight of all that is undone, but by the mercy of God, poured out fresh and full and early, enough to satisfy, enough to send you into the day glad. And this is not too much to ask, for his mercies are already made new for the morning, already waiting at the door of the dawn, already gathered for you before you wake. So you may fall asleep tonight, trusting that the morning, whenever it comes, and however tired you meet it, will come with mercy enough to satisfy, and that his loving kindness will be the first thing to greet you in the light. Rest then in the great rhythm of it, the rhythm God himself has set into the turning of the days. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Night gives way to morning. Weeping gives way to joy. Mercy that seems spent by evening is made new before the sun is up. This is the settled order of things in the hands of a faithful God, and it has held through every night since the first one. and it will hold through this one, and it will hold through all the nights still to come. Great is thy faithfulness. And so you may lay yourself down tonight, already leaning toward the morning, already trusting the first light before it comes, the way David did. My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee. In the morning. There is a quiet confidence in that, friend. A man lying down at night, already certain there will be a morning, and that God will be there in it to hear him. You may borrow that confidence tonight. Fall asleep trusting that morning will come, and that God will be waiting in it, and that the first thing you do in the light will be to lift your voice to a God who has kept you all the night through. And when it comes, whatever kind of day it holds, you will find his mercy has come with it. I will sing aloud of thy mercy in the morning. There will be mercy enough to sing of, friend, even if you cannot yet imagine how. His mercies are new every morning, and this coming morning is no exception, and it is already made, and it is already good, and it is already yours. For the goodness of God is not a narrow thing, doled out to a favored few on their best days. It is wide as all his works. The Lord is good to all, and his tender mercies are over all his works. His tender mercies are over all his works, friend, over the sparrow and the field and the quiet turning of the seasons, and over you tonight, one of his works, made by his hand and known by his name. There is no corner of all he has made that his tender mercy does not cover, and you are not the exception to it. His mercy is over you now, in the dark, as surely as it is over the coming morning, and it will not fail, for it is his own nature to be good, and he cannot be otherwise, and he has been good to you all your life, whether or not you had the strength to see it. So rest tonight inside his goodness the way you would rest inside a warm house on a cold night, trusting the walls without a single thought. It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. His compassions fail not. They have not failed you yet, through every hard night you have ever known, and they will not begin to fail tonight. So let the fear of the morning go. It is coming full of mercy. Rest now, and soon we will grow still together, and simply know that he is God. Now the night grows very quiet, and so may we. There is a word God speaks over all the striving and all the noise, a single word that stills the whole soul, and it is time simply to hear it and to let it be true of us. Be still. Hear the 46th Psalm, slow and settled. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will not we fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though the waters thereof roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with the swelling thereof. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble, not a far-off help, not a help that must be sent for and waited on through the long hours, but a very present help, here already, in the room, in the trouble, nearer than the trouble itself. And so, though everything shakes, The heart that hides in Him need not fear. Let the mountains shake, let the waters roar. You are not resting your weight on the mountains tonight. You are resting it on God, who does not shake. And then, into all that noise and shaking, God speaks the stillest word in the Bible. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Be still and know that I am God. Be still. It is not only an invitation, friend. It is a permission and even a gentle command, and it is spoken over you now. You may stop striving. You may stop bracing. You may stop trying to be God over your own life, holding it all together in the dark. Be still and know that I am God. He is God and you are not. And that, tonight, is the most restful truth in all the world. The whole weight of the world rests on Him, and it always did, and it always will, and it does not need your help to stay upon His shoulders. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Be still. And the 62nd Psalm gathers the same stillness into a quiet, waiting song. Truly my soul waiteth upon God. From Him cometh my salvation. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved. Truly my soul waiteth upon God. Waiteth. Not works, not worries, not paces the dark floor. Waits, the way the still earth waits for the dawn, doing nothing but resting and being willing. And then the psalmist turns and speaks to his own soul, the way you might quiet a stirring child in the next room. My soul, wait thou only upon God, for my expectation is from Him. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved. Tell your own soul the same tonight, friend, gently, as many times as it needs to hear it. Wait thou only upon God. He is my rock. I shall not be moved. And then the psalm opens its arms to you directly. Trust in Him at all times. Ye people, pour out your heart before Him. God is a refuge for us. Selah. Pour out your heart before Him. Everything still in it, the named and the nameless. Pour it all out into Him, and then be still, and let the old word Selah do its work. That little note in the margin of the Psalms that simply means pause and rest, and let the music breathe. Even the songs of God stop to rest. Hear once more the heart of it, the stillest word in all the scriptures, and let it be spoken slowly over you until your whole soul comes to rest upon it. Be still and know that I am God. Be still. There is a striving that has gone on in you for a long time now. Friend, a holding on, a bracing, a quiet effort to keep your own small world from coming apart in the dark. And into all of it, God speaks two gentle words. Be still. You are permitted to stop. Not because the striving was wicked, but because it was never what held the world together in the first place. And know that I am God. He is God, and you are not. And tonight, that is not a hard truth, but the softest and most restful one there is. It means the keeping of everything does not depend on you. It means You may lay your effort down beside your body on the bed and leave it there till morning. He is God. He was God through all the years you spent trying to be strong enough, and He will be God through this night while you do nothing at all but sleep. And when the fear rises and would have you take the watch back up again, remember the old word God spoke to a frightened people at the edge of the sea. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. The Lord shall fight for you. Whatever it is you have been standing guard against, whatever you have felt you must stay awake to hold off, the Lord Himself will fight for you, and your part, your only part, is to hold your peace, to grow quiet, to let Him. You may lay the battle down tonight. It was never yours to win by lying awake. Hold your peace. Be still. For here is where your strength was always meant to be found. Not in effort, but in stillness. Not in gripping harder, but in letting go. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. In quietness and in confidence. How strange that sounds to a tired and striving heart, and how true it is. The strength you have been trying to summon by force will not come by force. It comes in quietness, in the settling of the soul, in the confidence that rests its whole weight on God and stops trying to hold itself up. So the very thing you need tonight, strength for the night and strength for the morning, is found not in one more anxious hour of watching, but in growing quiet, in growing still, in trusting. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Rest in the Lord. It is written as plainly as that, an invitation and a command in 3 gentle words. Rest in the Lord, not merely near Him, not merely toward Him, but in Him, down inside the safety of Him. And there wait patiently, without hurry, without dread. The way the still night waits for a dawn, it is sure will come. And here is a wonder to lay your head upon, that the very God who bids you be still is Himself singing over you in the dark. The Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save, He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in His love. He will joy over thee with singing. He will rest in His love. He will joy over thee with singing. Consider it a moment, friend, and let it undo you gently. While you lie here in the quiet, the mighty God who is in the very midst of you is not stern and not distant and not weary of you. He is rejoicing over you with joy. He is resting in His love for you. He is singing over you, the way a parent sings low and wordless over a child at the soft edge of sleep, not to wake it, only to settle it, only because the love must go somewhere, and the song is where it goes. You do not have to sing yourself to sleep tonight. You do not have to summon peace by your own effort. There is already a song in this room, and it is His, and it is over you, and it is a song of love. Be still then, and let yourself be sung over. Be still, and know that you are loved by One who is mighty, and who has set all His might to the keeping of you tonight. So may you. Be still, and soon we will lie down in green pastures, beside still waters, where He restores the soul. And now we come to the psalm that has walked more weary souls into rest than any other, the Shepherd's Psalm. Let it be read over you slowly now, not as words to study, but as a warm hand laid on a tired head, leading you gently down into sleep. Hear the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The Lord is my shepherd. He is not a distant keeper of the flock, but your own shepherd, the one who knows your name and your voice and the particular weariness you carry to bed tonight. And because he is your shepherd, I shall not want. There is nothing lacking to you that he will not supply, no rest withheld that you truly need. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He maketh me to lie down. Notice, friend, the sheep does not lie down on its own, worn out from wandering. The shepherd makes it lie down, leads it to a place so green and so safe and so still that lying down becomes the only natural thing to do. That is what he is doing for you tonight, leading you to the green pastures and the still waters, making it safe at last to lie all the way down. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. He restoreth my soul. That is the deep work of the night for the child of God. Friend, while you sleep and do nothing and strive for nothing, he restores your soul, pouring back quietly what the day poured out, mending in the dark what you could never mend by trying. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Even in the darkest valley, even in the deepest shadow, the psalm does not lose its calm, because the one thing that matters is still true. Thou art with me. Not the valley is not dark, not there is nothing to fear in it, only thou art with me. And that is enough, and it is enough tonight, whatever shadow this night has held. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. All the days, friend, including this one that is ending, including the one that is coming. Goodness and mercy are not ahead of you where you must chase them, and not behind you where they are lost. They follow you, close as a shadow, every day, all the way home. And the psalm ends where every weary soul longs to end, in the house of the Lord forever, at home, at rest, kept. Linger a moment at the table he spreads, for it is set in a strange and beautiful place. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. In the presence of mine enemies, even with all that has troubled you gathered round, even with the worries that would keep you from rest standing near, the shepherd calmly spreads a table and bids you sit and eat and be at peace, as though the troubles were not even there. He anoints your head with oil, the old sign of gladness and of being chosen and cared for. and he fills your cup until it runs over. For his goodness to you is not measured out in careful drops, but poured until it spills. And what follows you out from that table, friend, is not the enemies and not the worries, but his own goodness and mercy, close as a shadow, all the days of your life. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever, all the days, this one and the next and the last. Goodness and mercy behind you, the shepherd before you, and the house of the Lord at the end of the road, where you will dwell forever. There is nothing in that picture to fear, and everything in it to rest upon. This shepherd is not only in the songs of David. He speaks of himself all through the scriptures with the same tenderness and always the same care for the tired sheep. In the book of Ezekiel, he says it plainly, I will feed my flock, and I will cause them to lie down, saith the Lord God. I will cause them to lie down. There it is again, friend, the shepherd making his sheep lie down, because a sheep will not lie down on its own while it is anxious or hungry or afraid. It lies down only when it is fed and safe and content and unafraid. And the shepherd sees to every one of those things before he ever asks it to rest. So if you find tonight that you are able at last to grow still, to feel the safety settle over you, to let your body sink towards sleep, that is not your own doing. That is the shepherd quietly seeing to all that you need, causing you to lie down. And hear how gently he handles the weak and the weary ones. He shall feed his flock like a shepherd. He shall gather the lambs with his arm, and carry them in his bosom, and shall gently lead those that are with young. He shall gather the lambs with his arm, and carry them in his bosom. The smallest, the least able to keep up, the ones with no strength left. He does not drive them on. He gathers them up into his arm and carries them against his own heart. And he shall gently lead. Gently, friend, always gently, at the pace of the tired and not the strong. If tonight you feel like the weakest lamb in the whole flock, too worn even to walk, then you are exactly the one he stoops to gather up and carry in his bosom. You do not have to keep up tonight. You have only to be carried. The 116th Psalm says the same thing in one gentle line you may fall asleep repeating. Return unto thy rest, O my soul, for the Lord hath dealt bountifully with thee. Return unto thy rest, O my soul. As though rest were your true home, the place your soul is always meant to come back to. And tonight, you are simply returning there, coming home to the rest that was always yours in him. For the Lord hath dealt bountifully with thee. He has been so good to you, friend, more good than you have had strength to notice on the hard days. Return now unto your rest. Hear the shepherd's own voice once more, gentle and unhurried, the voice that has quieted his flock through every darkness. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. Say it slowly, and let each promise lay you a little further down. He maketh me to lie down. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. There is no striving anywhere in those words, friend. No effort asked of the sheep at all. The shepherd makes, the shepherd leads, the shepherd restores, and the sheep has only to be led, only to lie down, only to let the still waters be still beside it. That is your whole part tonight, to be led, to lie down, to let him restore what the day wore thin, while you do nothing but rest against him in the dark. And because he is your shepherd, the last fear loses its hold, even the fear that hides in the deepest shadow. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thou art with me. Whatever this night has held, whatever shadow lay across it, that one truth is enough. And it is true right now, in this room, over this bed. Thou art with me. The shepherd is with you. Your soul is being restored, and soon we will hear the quietest words of all, for the deepest part of the night. We come now to the stillest place in the night, and there is nothing left to do here but rest. No more striving, no more holding on. Only a few last quiet words, and the gift of sleep, and the God who gives it near you in the dark. Hear a quiet word from the book of Ecclesiastes, an old and honest word about the sweetness of a laborer's sleep. The sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eat little or much. The sleep of a laboring man is sweet. You have labored, friend, in ways seen and unseen, and the sleep that is coming to you is meant to be sweet, not earned by a perfect day, not withheld for an unfinished one. Sweet simply, the way rest is sweet to the one who has spent themselves. Let it be sweet to you now, and hear how the psalmist spends the very night watches, not in fear, but in gentle remembering. When I remember thee upon my bed, and meditate on thee in the night watches. When I remember thee upon my bed, if you are still awake in the watches of the night, friend, you do not have to fill the dark with worry. You may fill it softly with him, remembering him upon your bed, letting your last waking thoughts settle on his goodness the way a room settles into quiet. And even the night has its own song in the hand of God. Yet the Lord will command his loving kindness in the daytime, and in the night his song shall be with me, and my prayer unto the God of my life. In the night his song shall be with me. There is a song for the night, friend, his own loving kindness, sung low over you while you sleep, a song you do not have to be awake to hear, for it is his to sing and not yours to hold. And so we return at the very last to where we began, to the sweetest sleeping words in all of Scripture, and you may let them be the pillow your mind lies down upon now. I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, for thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, the peace and the sleep together, resting on the one safe thing, the Lord, who only makes you dwell in safety. There's nothing left for you to guard. There's nothing left for you to carry. The one who never slumbers is keeping watch. His mercies are already made for the morning. You are hidden under His wing, and your soul is being restored, and His song is over you in the dark. There is a stillness now that asks nothing of you at all. You do not have to understand it, or hold on to it, or even stay awake for it. You have only to let it be. The words have been spoken, all of them, the whole long night of promises, and they do not need you to keep them. They keep themselves, and they keep you. So let the last of your holding on go now gently, the way a hand opens in sleep. Remember once more how David lay down. I laid me down and slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. He lay down and he slept, and the sustaining was all God's while he knew nothing of it. So it will be for you. You may lay you down and sleep, and the sustaining through the dark is not your work but His. And remember the promise that has been the quiet spine of this whole night, the tenderest word of all. He giveth His beloved sleep. He gives it. It comes down like the dew from above into open and unstriving hands. You do not have to reach for it. You have only to lie still beneath the promises of God and let it fall. Let your breathing slow now, friend, easy and deep, and let each breath out be a little longer than the one before, the way a room grows quiet as the lamp burns low. There is nothing left to solve tonight. There's nothing left to guard, so there is nothing more for you to do. Only to be kept, only to be loved, only to sleep. So lay you down now, all the way down in peace and sleep. He giveth His beloved sleep, and you tonight are His beloved. And now, as your breathing slows and the night carries you down at last, hear the oldest blessing in the Scriptures spoken softly over you, the blessing God Himself gave His people to pray over the ones they loved. The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make His face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up His countenance upon thee and give thee peace. The Lord bless thee and keep thee. May He keep you through this whole night and every night safe under His unsleeping watch. May His face shine upon you like warm light in a dark room, and may He be gracious to you and lift up His countenance upon you and give you peace, the deep and perfect peace He has been speaking over you all this long hour. May you sleep tonight the sweet and settled sleep He gives His beloved, and may His peace, the peace He has been speaking over you all this long and quiet hour, keep your heart until the morning light. If tonight's gathering of His promises was a comfort to you, it will be waiting on Spotify whenever sleep will not come, to keep you company again in the dark. But for now, there is nothing more to do and nothing more to hold. He giveth His beloved sleep. Rest now, beloved, sleep. He is keeping you.